Jesus Christ, as if 2021 isn't already in a big enough pickle. We already been in this pandemic for a whole year, and now we got serious Sony issues about to just completely blow us all out of the water. So for those of you guys who are not aware, which myself included, I was doing a little bit of research for once actually, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm not gonna get the PS5 as far as I'm concerned. I'm really not unless something terrible like this is gonna happen, but I don't think I will at this point. But anyway, I'm digressing. But right now Sony's in some serious dog water. Well, not dog water. Excuse me. Sony put themselves in the hot seat. Like they're literally in big trouble right now. So for some of you who weren't aware, of course, I'm gonna leave the information from where I heard all this in the description below. I forgot the name of this guy's channel. I forgot who this guy was. He makes a lot of content about Sony and all this. What's gonna happen if the servers go down? What happens about the last gen consoles? What would happen to all these previous gen consoles before, or and all that stuff. So I'll be sure to leave the name of the channel handle in the description below so you guys can check it out before this video goes live. So all I'm gonna say is, like, this guy, he brought up a great point about last gen consoles and current gen consoles as well. I'm not talking about the PS5. I'm talking about PS4 and PS3 owners. So for those of us who aren't aware, from what I heard is apparently the PS3 Vita, the handheld version of a PlayStation, and PlayStation 3 and the PlayStation 3's digital stores are going to be they're going to be shut down at some point this summer, maybe along with the PS4. Now, I only heard that this is a rumor. If they shut down the PS3 servers, the PS4 could still be standing, but maybe they could be shut down as well, which I hope to God that does not happen, because I'm going to be honest, I just started really getting into Sony games a lot, but now all of a sudden I'm actually serious, and I'm actually reconsidering on even thinking about Sony games or the future of getting anything from Sony at this point. So if you enjoy playing games, single player games like I do sometimes, or just games offline like I do, like, I'll be honest, half the time I play video games, like in my entire lifetime as a gamer, half the time I just play offline. And yes, the other half I do play online with some of my friends, whether it's Fortnite or Call of Duty or any other silly game like Fall Guys. But anyway, I'm just concerned about the future of PlayStation because they are aware of this issue. They just have not said anything to us because they're just going completely radio silent, because they're just their PR team and their development team are being quite a bit of sneaky birds, and I don't know why this is, but at the same time, it makes me afraid because, the PS4 is just as fun as the Xbox 360 for me. I mean, the 360 was fantastic up until it had the red ring of death, and if something bad happens to the PS4, something inside the console itself, it has like some kind of chip it is, when that stops working, you can't use your digital games or your disc games. But yeah, it gets worse than that. So apparently, if if the servers are shut down for PS4, you can't use your disc games and you can't use your digital games. Like, why the hell is this even a thing? I'm seriously desperately afraid of even bothering with the next gen consoles at this point, or even continue playing on current consoles. If Sony doesn't fix this issue or make it so that we can still play offline games or some of these other games like Final Fantasy or maybe Red Dead Redemption for single player, and we can still play these games, I hope I hope that Sony addresses this issue and fixes it sooner than later. Because I'm gonna be honest, if they actually go through with this like some kind of marketing tactic, I am gonna be dead serious. Like I feel like this is gonna be not only the worst tactic they ever had, but they're gonna also lose zillions and zillions of players. Well, not zillions, I'll be honest. That's just me over exaggerating, but on a more serious note, they'll lose tons of people from their PlayStation community, and that's really going to be a big hit if they don't fix it. Because let's be honest, there are definitely some people who enjoy playing offline games like me, and there are some people who enjoy online games that are on last gen consoles. I mean, for goodness sakes, I can think of one good example. Nintendo. Let's just say the Wii, and I'm serious when I say this. The Wii, not the Wii U, but the Wii. You know, the first console to introduce like motion controls. Maybe I'm wrong, but someone correct me if I'm wrong about that. But the Wii, at least on the Wii, you can play GameCube games that that is backwards compatible on the Wii. Just plug a GameCube controller or a GameCube game in the Wii, and you can play the backwards compatible games on there. And guess what? The Wii was also live service, but get this. They shut down the Wii stores and the internet stuff. And guess what? There's still a timer on there that you can use. You can still see the time. You can still play the backwards compatible games and all that stuff. So, I'll be honest, even though Nintendo has a bunch of scummy business tactics, the positive thing I will say about Nintendo, and I'll be honest, I do enjoy Nintendo still things a lot. So, at least on Nintendo's good side, at least they know how to make their customers satisfied, you know? Like, oh, if the server shut down through the 3DS or the Wii U, don't worry, you can still play your digital games and your disc games offline. Because why? Because we're like a couch co-op slash couch versus family friendly kind of company. At least for those kind of games, Sony not Sony, excuse me. God, I'm so mad at Sony. At least Nintendo actually cares about offline and co-op stuff. And yes, there are also catering to live service stuff. Like the prime example that I've been told lately, or from what I heard, is that Super Mario 3D All Stars. That's a mix of Super Mario 64, Mario Sunshine, and Mario Galaxy. That's not available for purchase anymore on the Nintendo store because it was exclusive for a limited time. And I'll be dead serious, I did not get it. I did not, because if I were to get the All Star Collection, I would just play Super Mario Galaxy, which I played one time. It was okay, but I didn't have as much fun with it at my friend's house. And I have Super Mario Sunshine, which I still have for my Wii slash GameCube. So I really don't need to get the collection. Maybe if one of my friends has it, maybe I'll ask them, but I don't want to really go that far. But anyway, wait. All I'm gonna say is, Sony, you better do your job and you better fix this issue so we can play disc games that we have a disc for and a digital game that we purchased, and we better have all our digital purchases that we have in the library. We still better be playing offline games, because as of now, last time I checked, your PS5 life cycle is off to a rough start. Same thing with all the other games as well. We got Cyberpunk 2077 that was literally in development for all the PS4's life cycle up until the PS5 started, and it still is a colossal disaster. And now we have Outriders, which is a complete garbage mess, and it's off to a horrible start. So yeah, it's not just PlayStation, it's also other games for Xbox and Sony. So yeah, last time I checked, next gen life cycles, they're not only off to a rough start, but they're also in big trouble. Because eventually everything's going to be digital and it's going to be catering to, what do you call it? They're going to be catering to only the live service bullcrap, which I'm starting to like really hate. Now, don't get me wrong, there are some live service things that I'm okay with, like, what, Club Penguin, which was, like, years ago? I'm gonna be honest, I really miss Club Penguin. I really do, but that's a different story. But, yeah, something like Club Penguin is acceptable. Maybe for even, whatchamacallit, I don't wanna say Destiny, because, I mean, that game is also online based, but at the same time, it should have been offline, but I don't know. I'm just really upset right now that I'm hearing all of this, and if all of this is true, which it probably is because we're in the 2020 decade still, but if all this is true, then I'm gonna probably never bother with any Sony products again, which I really don't want that to happen because I love all these things. Like, they made one of my favorite games of all time, Final Fantasy X, and they made Ratchet and Clank. They're known for good games, and I praise them for that. But just if they shut down the servers, and if they shut down the ways where you can not play digital games or disc games you have, you're going to be in big trouble. But I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but when the Xbox 360 servers are shut down, you could still play your digital games and all that. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the 360 servers are still alive. I don't know. My 360 got the red ring, so I wouldn't know anymore. But someone correct me. But anyway, Sony, you better make it so if you shut down the servers, we better still play our digital and our disc games that we purchased. Because I'm going to say this right now. If you make it so we have to buy the next gen console just to play our other previous purchased games, all I'm going to say is you're going to lose your half. Maybe you'll lose half of your player base that is dedicated to Sony. That's all I'm going to say. And I don't want that to happen. I really don't. So, without that being said, or no, with that being said, excuse me, God, I'm so mad I can't speak. But I hope they fix this issue, and I hope this doesn't become a confirmed rumor that is probably gonna come true. Maybe I'm wrong, and they'll fix this. But then again, it's probably not gonna happen because Sony is kind of up and down nowadays. So yeah, until then, you guys, I'm starting to wonder and starting to fear for the future of PlayStation users. So until then, I'll probably see you all in the next video.